but I just want to welcome you to my lunchtime live. I'm going to go live every so often at lunchtime to kind of share with you what my healthy meals look like for lunch. You understand what dinner is because I have the YouTube videos where most of that is dinner time food. So I decided this week that I should share and do some lives. And this particular live, we are going to learn how to make a balsamic vinaigrette dressing. This will be my first time, so you're working with me and I'm working with you, and we're gonna make it together, and I believe it's gonna come out okay because there aren't that many ingredients. And speaking of ingredients, I need to get my iPad. I think there are like 4 ingredients actually in the dressing. And at first I wasn't gonna make the dressing. At first I said, you know what? I am going to just use the dressing that I have in the refrigerator because this is a good version of balsamic vinaigrette. It comes out of the refrigerated section. It's one of the little fancy ones. It costs a little more. It has to be healthy, right? No. It has so many different ingredients in it. I said, okay, I need to make my own dressing today. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients. 7. This is the balsamic vinaigrette that I like to use. Okay, this is the one I like to use. It's simply dressed. It's very, very tasty. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 ingredients versus 7. So we have like half the ingredients if we make it ourselves. But this is the one, if you don't want to make dressing, I love this one, and I would suggest that you purchase this. This Simply Dressed is so, so good. Now, because it's refrigerated, it does expire a lot faster than the one that's on the dry shelf with the other dressings, because those dressings have more preservatives in them, so they last longer. But I buy those dressings because they're a lot better. I buy Boathouse yogurt dressing as well. Let me show you that. One of my friends from Baltimore actually turned me on to this. It's very low calorie. As you can see, it's 45 calories per serving. And I think the serving is 2 tablespoons. So I typically use 4 tablespoons in my salad dressing. And as a result of me using 4 tablespoons, I'm only going to get 90 calories, which is really, really good when it comes to dressings. Now, these dressings are yogurt based, and they have a wide variety of them. They have Caesar, they have like a ranch. I really like the cilantro avocado. I think it's really good. And then there's another one that's kind of spicy that I like, and it's sriracha something, honey sriracha or something like that, and it's so good, and it has a little kick to it. It's a little spicy. So let me go ahead and gather all of the ingredients for this meal. So we're gonna have extra virgin olive oil, of course. This is the kosher salt from, that virtual cooking class that I had. And this is coarse ground black pepper. We are also going to use honey, whatever honey you like and choose to use. So we have garlic here. And we have balsamic vinegar. Now, I have another bottle of this in my pantry as well. I typically buy the balsamic vinegar for a topping for like a sauce for my steak. I learned from one of the restaurants that I worked at on Bel Air Road in Baltimore. It was called Timber Creek Tavern. This Jewish family owned it, and their son had graduated from CIA, Culinary Institute of America, from New York, and they opened up a restaurant so that their son could have a playground. And what he used to do, we used to have steak night every Monday night, and we did New York strips on the grill. And so he would make a reduction of balsamic vinegar and sugar as the sauce for his steak, and I actually love it. And so all you do is equal parts. So if you want to, you would do, we're going to say an example, 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar, 1/4 cup of sugar, and you would kind of simmer it on the stove and let it reduce, and then you would have your sauce for your steak. And I like sweet, salty, sweet, spicy kind of things, so that sauce really worked for me. And Dijon mustard. I am not very particular about the Dijon mustard that I use, so I just use whatever is in the market. So the first thing we're going to do here is we are going to we're going to chop up the garlic, because that's the thing that's going to take the longest with this particular recipe. Get the veggie. We're going to put it on top of here, and we are going to, it says 1 large garlic clove. So, I mean, that's relative, right? It's what you think large is. So, I don't have one large one. I would think this would be large. So, I'm going to take these two, and I'm going to use them. Because, like I said, that's relative. And I actually looked on Amazon today, guys, for a garlic peeler and the garlic, like, press so that I don't have to mince the garlic myself. So, coming to a live near you soon, I will have me a garlic press and a garlic peeler, so I won't have to do it like this anymore. It'll be a little bit faster, I hope. Anyway, so we're going to take this and we're going to mince this garlic. And I really have to mince it this time because it's going in my salad, and I'm not going to, I'm just cutting off that knob that's on the end of the garlic clove because it's going to go in the salad, and I really don't want to crunch on this raw garlic, so I want to make sure I chop it as finely as possible. That's probably also why there's only one. Now, I kind of hit on the topic yesterday, you know, what my thoughts are going to be for August. You know, like I told you, I do a content calendar. And with the content calendar, I've decided that I want to do the theme, living life offensively. And I know you might say, what in the world is living life offensively? Well, I kind of believe we go through life and how do I say this? We go through life and life happens to us. Okay, we met a guy. He met some of our requirements of who we wanted to marry. So we went on and married him, and we had 4 kids. But in the end, we're not happy. That's not living life offensively. That's living life on the defense. That's having life happen to you versus you choosing your mate. They chose you, and that was it. And you went with it because you felt like, well, maybe it's about time. And I'm just telling you, people, it's important when we are trying to create our lives, or when we are creating our lives, is that we do it from a mindset of, this is what I'm doing, this is what I want to happen, this is what I'm pursuing. And yes, things can change. Plans don't always work out the way that we lay them out to. No. But we should have a plan, and we should have thoughts, and we should have desires, and we should be seeking those out. Or we should be open to our thoughts and desires seeking us. But we should have an idea of what it is that we want and desire. So that's living life offensively. And so basically what I'm going to do all month, I'm going to have topics that are going to discuss what it means to live your life on the offense, what that looks like, what you might be doing, and some tips on how to do that. So I think we're almost done here. Okay, so we're going to call this done. I'm glad it's only one, Lord. So I'm going to bring this a little bit closer so that you can see what I mean by minced. See that? Yeah. So now we have this. Now we're just going to combine the ingredients. There is nothing else here to cook or to make. We are literally just going to combine what we have. And we're going to combine it inside of this little plastic container, because then we're going to shake it up. They say whisk it. I'm not whisking. I'm going to shake because it'll take forever to combine if I'm whisking. So I'm just going to put everything in here and just shake it up. We have 2 tablespoons of honey. And I'm probably going to need another little spoon or something to get it out. I wish I could eyeball 2 tablespoons, but I don't know. And knowing me, I would put too much or too little. And I definitely don't want to have my balance of ingredients off, because I want my dressing to taste the way it's supposed to, especially because this is my first time. Now, if I had made this before, I probably would know where to increase or decrease an ingredient, but I really don't know because I've never made balsamic dressing before. The only dressing I've ever made is ranch, and I can't even tell you I really made it because I take the Hillshire Farm packet and I use that packet to season the sour cream and the buttermilk, and that's how I make the dressing. So now we have 1 tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Again, use any brand of Dijon that you like. I just picked it, to be honest with you, the cheapest. This is the store brand. A half a teaspoon of the salt and pepper. Right? A half? Yep, a half. So this is a half a teaspoon, so we'll do the pepper and the salt. Then we're gonna add in the garlic. The finely minced garlic. So I hope I don't end up crunching into any garlic in this dish. I pray. And a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. And what I did was I pulled out all of the teaspoons and the cups that I was going to need so that I could go a little bit faster. Because if you watch me in the past, I don't always have the right measuring cups. I actually had to buy some more. I did. Because I don't know what they do. It's like the dishwasher eats them or something. So that's a 1/4 cup of balsamic vinegar. And I think that this is not going to fit. This is not going to fit. Because I need how much oil? And I need 3/4 cup of oil. That's not going to fit. So now we're going to do 3/4 cup of the extra virgin olive oil. And then we're just going to shake and we're going to be done. And then I'll show you what I'm actually going to put on my salad and the type of lettuce that I actually use. Okay, I found it. Because I was looking for, at least I knew the color. I was looking for a red lid. So we're going to cover this up. And then we're just going to shake. You want to shake, and it says, or whisk until it all gets emulsified. And I don't want to, I'm making sure I put my finger on top of here because I do not want the lid to come off. Then all my hard work will be all over the counter and the floor. So let's look. We have the right color. We have the right color. I feel like I need some more salt from what it smells like and some more honey. I'm going to shake it a little bit longer and then I'm going to taste it. But it has a very, very strong vinegar smell. And I know when I use the bottled version of it, it's not as strong as what I'm smelling right now. So again, this is my first time making this recipe, so I didn't adjust it because I wasn't sure of how it was all going to come together. But now it's time for the adjustments to be made. I'm going to show you guys what I'm actually going to put on my salad. My salad is going to be rather simple. I am going to use the baby spring mix with the herbs added. And the herb really is only cilantro, I do believe, because that's what I taste when I eat it. I love the fresh cilantro added into the salad. It gives it a pop, more of a depth of flavor. So if you like these kind of mixed greens, and I will take it out in a second for you to see, get the ones with the fresh herb added. It's so good. Then I'm going to use, I just like to use the small colorful tomatoes or red tomatoes. And then I'm going to saute green pepper and red onion. And I'm also going to saute some shrimp as well. And use the balsamic vinaigrette, and that's my salad. Now I'm also going to add, especially because this doesn't taste as sweet as I would like it to, I typically put raisins on my salad. So I do have some raisins in the pantry. I'm going to add those to the salad as well. I like I said, sweet, salty, sweet, spicy, but I always need a bit of sweet. And I believe me adding sweet into my food, as far as my entrees and my lunch and that kind of thing, minimize the amount of sweetness that I need for dessert. So I typically don't eat dessert because I have kind of like a dessert baked into each of my meals because I love sweet food. Really, I just wanted to show you how simple it is to make your own dressing, and so that we could stop consuming all of these preservatives in our food, because we eat a lot of preservatives, people. Between eating fast food, let me put my little finger in there, let's see what's gonna happen. That's really good. It's actually a lot better than I thought. And I think as it sits and comes together more and more, it'll actually even be better on top of the salad. I'm very proud of myself, because my goal has been, since the pandemic, to limit the amount of preservatives that I'm consuming. We eat a lot of boxed food, a lot of bottled food, a lot of canned food, and I know that we can do better. I don't have a garden in my backyard. It's large enough for me to have a garden. So I do have a goal of wanting to plant a garden. I just don't know anything about a garden or how to do it or anything. Like, I have no clue. But just like I research everything else, I can Google it. and figure it out. And then you will see me in my garden. I can talk about these are the veggies we're going to use today, because I just want to be as healthy as I can be without it being a strain on myself. I'm not big on limiting what it is that I can do and how I can do things. I want to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it. So as far as food is concerned and consuming food, I don't limit myself, but I make sure what I'm making is the best quality of what it is that it can be. And it's the healthiest that it can be, where I'm still going to enjoy eating it. So again, if for you it's better to buy the refrigerated dressing, because that's what I had been doing. Buy the refrigerated dressing because there's less ingredients than on the in the dry aisle, then do that. But just make steps to be healthier and healthier. But if you want to step out there with me and you want to make your dressings and make your sauces yourself, do that. Because yesterday I made a tomato sauce, marinara sauce, for my pasta that I had never done before. I had never done it before, and it was actually pretty good. Now, I did use canned tomatoes because the recipe called for a certain type of tomato that comes in the can, and it was actually really good. But that was still a lot better than me buying the sauce that's on the shelf and using it. So I'm just making my steps and my ways as well. Well, it's time to eat. Check it out. Check the salad out. It's time to eat. It is time to eat. So you guys, you have a great day. And remember, let's not eat as many preservatives as we have been. Let's try and be healthier. Have a great day, dreamers.